Visakhapatnam, also known as Vizag, is the largest city in the state of Andhra Pradesh and the third largest city on the east coast of India. It is a port city on the southeast coast of Bay of Bengal and often called as the Jewel of the East Coast and the City of Destiny. As of 2011, the population was recorded as 2,091,811 and occupying 681.96 km2. It is the administrative headquarters of Visakhapatnam district. Visakhapatnam is the largest city and a commercial hub of Andhra Pradesh, with a GDP of over $26 billion. It is situated in the Eastern Ghats and on the coast of Bay of Bengal on the east. The city is known for heavy industries, steel plant, largest seaport of India and oldest shipyard. It has the only natural harbour of India and headquarters of the Eastern Naval Command of the Indian Navy. History. The city was ruled by Andhra kings of Vengi, Kalinga and after that the Pallavas. The city is named after Sri Visakhapatnam. Legend has it that Radha and Vishakha were born on the same day, and were equally beautiful. Sri Visakhapatnam is the second most important gopi of the 8 main gopi. She carries messages between Radha and Krishna, and is the most expert gopi messenger. Local residents believe that an Andhra king built a temple to pay homage to his family deity Vishakha. This is now inundated under seawater near a K beach. Another theory is that it is named after a women disciple of Buddha named Vishakha. Later it was ruled by Qutb Shahis, Mughal Empire, Nizam and France before being captured by the British in 1765. Buddhist influence. Hindu texts state that during the 5th century BC, the Visakhapatnam region was part of Kalinga territory, which extended to the Godavari River. Relics found in the area also prove the existence of a Buddhist empire in the region. Kalinga later lost the territory to King Ashoka in the bloodiest battle of its time, which prompted Ashoka to embrace Buddhism. Visakhapatnam is surrounded by ancient Buddhist sites, most of which have been excavated recently and illustrate the legacy of Buddhism in there. Pavaralakanda is a hillock west of Bimli, about 24 km from Visakhapatnam. The Buddhist settlement found here is estimated to date back from the 1st century BC to the 2nd century AD. On the hillock are 16 rock-cut cisterns for collecting rainwater. Gopalapatnam, on the Tandava River, is a village surrounded by brick stupas, viharas, pottery and other Buddhist artifacts. Sankaram. In 1907 British archaeologist Alexander re-unearthed Sankaram, a 2,000-year-old Buddhist site. The name Shankaram derives from the Sangarama. Located 40 km south of Visakhapatnam, it is known locally as Bhajanakonda and is a significant Buddhist site in Andhra Pradesh. The 3 major schools of Buddhism flourished here. The complex is known for its monolithic stupas, rock-cut caves and brick structures. The primary stupa was initially carved out of rock and covered with bricks. Excavations yielded historic pottery and Satyavahana coins from the 1st century AD. At Lingalakanda, there are also rock-cut monolithic stupas in rows spread over the hill. The vihara was active for about 1,000 years. Nearby is another Buddhist site, Bhajanakonda, with a number of images of the Buddha carved on the rock face of the caves. At Ligalametta there are hundreds of rock-cut monolithic stupas in rows, spread across the hill. Among other Buddhist attractions are a relic casket, 3 kyatya halls, votive platforms, stupas and Vajrayana sculptures. Bhavikanda is an important Buddhist heritage site located on a hill about 15 km, northeast from Visakhapatnam city. Here the Buddhist habitation is noticed on a 16-half-flat terraced area. The Hinayanas school of Buddhism was practiced at the monastery between the 3rd century BC and the 3rd century AD. Bhavikanda has remains of an entire Buddhist complex, comprising 26 structures belonging to 3 phases. A piece of bone stored in an urn recovered here is believed to belong to the mortal remains of the Buddha. The word Bhavikanda in Telugu means a hill of wells. Fitting its name, Bhavikanda is a hill with wells for the collection of rainwater. It is located 15 km from Visakhapatnam and is a significant Buddhist site. Excavation carried out from 1980 to 1987 revealed a Buddhist establishment including a Marakwaityu embedded with relic caskets, a large vihara complex, numerous votive stupas, a stone-pillared congregation and rectangular halls and a refectory. Artifacts recovered from the site include Roman and Satyavarmana coins and pottery dating from the 3rd century BC to the 2nd century AD. A significant finding was a piece of bone in an urn, which is believed to be the remains of the Buddha. The Bhavikunda site is considered one of the oldest Buddhist sites in Asia. It is a reminder of the Buddhist civilization which once existed in southern India, and also reminiscent of Borobudur in Indonesia. Thotlekunda, about 16 km from Visakhapatnam is Thotlekunda, a Buddhist complex situated on top of a hill. The Buddhist complex on the Manjmaripata hilltop, locally known as Thotlekunda, lies about 16 km from Visakhapatnam on Visakhapatnam-Bhimilai Beach Road. After its discovery, the government of AP declared the 48-ha site as a protected monument in 1978. Excavations in 1988 to 1992 exposed structural remains and artifacts, classified as religious, secular and civil. These structures include the stupa, chaityagrahas, pillared congregation halls, bandagras, refectory, drainage and stone pathways. The site covers an area of 120 acres, and has been declared a protected area by the government of Andhra Pradesh. Excavations have revealed 3 kinds of structural remains: religious, secular and civil. Structures include a Mahastupa, 16 votive stupas, a stone-pillared congregation hall, 11 rock-cut cisterns, well-paved stone pathways, an apsidal chaityagraha, 3 round chaityagrahas, 2 votive platforms, 10 viharas and a kitchen complex with 3 halls and a refectory. Apart from the structures, Buddhist treasures excavated include 9 Satyavarmana and 5 Roman silver coins, terracotta tiles, stucco decorative pieces, sculptured panels, miniature stupa models in stone, Buddha padas depicted with Ashtamangal symbols and early pottery. Later history. The territory of Visakhapatnam then came under the Andhra rulers of Vengi, and Chalukyas and Pallavas ruled the land. The region was ruled by the Eastern Ganga kings Suryavansa Kshatras and the Gajapati kings of Odisha from the 10th century to the 16th centuries AD. Based on archaeological evidence, the Prabhakar and the Eastern Ganga kings of Odisha built temples in the city in the 11th and 12th centuries. The Mughals ruled the area under the Visakhapatnam Nizam during the late 15th and early 16th centuries. European merchants from France, Holland and the East India Company used the natural port to export tobacco, paddy, coal, iron ore, ivory, muslin and other textile products. Local legend tells that an Andhra king, on his way to Benares, rested at Visakhapatnam and was so enchanted by its beauty that he ordered a temple to be built in honour of his family deity, Vizag. Archaeological sources, however, reveal that the temple was probably built between the 11th and 12th centuries by the Kolas. The shipping merchant, Shankaraya Chetty, built one of the mandapams of the temple. Although it no longer exists, elderly residents of Visakhapatnam remember visits to the ancient shrine by their grandparents. During the 18th century Visakhapatnam was part of the Northern Circars, a region comprising coastal Andhra and southern coastal Odisha which was first under French control and later British. Visakhapatnam became a district in the Madras Presidency of British India. In September 1804, British and French squadrons fought the naval battle of Visakhapatnam near the harbour. After India's independence it was the largest district in the country, and was subsequently divided into the districts of Srikakulam, Vizianagaram and Visakhapatnam. Part of the city is known by its colonial British name, Waltair. During the colonial era, the city's hub was the Waltair railway station and the surrounding part of the city is still called Waltair. Geography. Visakhapatnam is located on the seashore of Bay of Bengal in the east, bordering on the north with the state of Orissa and Vizianagaram district and East Godavari district to the south. The city coordinates lies between 17.6883 degree in latitude, and 83.2186 degree longitude. Its periphery consists of plains along the coastline while the interiors boast of the beautiful hills of the Eastern Ghats which surround it on the north and the west. This region is also called the Agency Division. It occupies an area of approximately 11,161 km². Climate: Visakhapatnam has a tropical savanna climate, with little change in temperature throughout the year. May is the hottest month with an average maximum temperature about 36 degrees Celsius, and January is the coolest month with an average maximum temperature near 28 degrees Celsius. The city has very hot, humid summers and warm, humid winters. The lowest temperature ever recorded in the city was 10 degrees Celsius, while the highest was 45.5 degrees Celsius. With the city's location on the Bay of Bengal, the humidity is high throughout the year, highest in September and lowest in December, however with a difference of only 10%. Total annual rainfall is about 1,265 mm, most of which falls during the southwest monsoon. October is the wettest month, with about 254 mm of rainfall. November through February is the best time to visit Visakhapatnam weather-wise, since temperatures are moderate. Demographics: Visakhapatnam is a cosmopolitan mix of people from various parts of India. From a population of a few thousand during the 18th and early 19th centuries, the population grew steadily. The city doubled its population from 1990 to 2000, due to a large migrant population from surrounding areas and other parts of the country coming to work in its factories. According to the 2011 India census, the population of Visakhapatnam in 2011 was 1,730,320, of which 875,199 were male and 855,121 were female. The sex ratio of Visakhapatnam city was 977 females per 1,000 males. In the education section, the total literate population in Visakhapatnam city was 1,298,896, of which 698,959 were males while 599,937 were females. The average literacy rate of Visakhapatnam city was 82.66%, of which male and female literacy were 88.02 and 77.18% respectively. There were 158,924 children ages 0 to 6 in Visakhapatnam city as of 2011. There were 81,119 boys while 77,805 were girls. The child sex ratio was 959 girls per 1,000 boys. 10% of the population was under age 6. Visakhapatnam is ranked 122 in the list of fastest growing cities in the world. Hinduism is practiced by the majority of its citizens, followed by Islam and Christianity. The area practiced Buddhism for 2 millennia, as evidenced by the many Buddhist sangharamas in the outlying areas. Currently, however, the population of Buddhists has waned. There is little religious tension. Language: Telugu is the official language of Visakhapatnam. It is also the most widely spoken language of the state of Andhra Pradesh. 2 dialects of Telugu are spoken by the people, the common dialect and the Uttarandhra dialect. The latter is mainly spoken by the people who originally belonged to the districts of Visakhapatnam, Vizianagaram and Srikakulam. Besides Telugu, Hindi is also popular language of Visakhapatnam. Visakhapatnam is a cosmopolitan city where people from different parts of India reside. Hence, English is also widely spoken among the people. A substantial population of Visakhapatnam comprise Bengalis and Orias. Also, other people from other states are also present due to the naval presence and high concentration of public sector employers. There is also an Anglo-Indian community. Economy: Visakhapatnam has developed into a major economic destination. It has all the sectors like industrial, fishing, IT, pharma, export and imports by sea trade etc. The city was identified as one of the fastest growing in the world, economically and demographically. Several factors contributed to its economic growth, including the natural harbour, rail, road and air connectivity to national and international destinations. Tourism also plays an important role in generating revenue to the state of Andhra Pradesh, with many tourist spots in and around the city, attracts large number of tourists. Fishing and ports. Fishing is a major sector in Visakhapatnam. It has one of the largest, dedicated harbour in the country for the fishing industry and seafood exports. A number of fishermen has their livelihoods depend on fishing in the city. The ice factories in and outside the Visakhapatnam fishing harbour, caters to the needs of the fishermen and provides employment as well. Ports include Visakhapatnam Port, Gangavaram Port in the city. They serve as a gateway for contributing to the development of the petroleum, steel and fertilizer industries. It is a hub for iron ore and other mineral exports which are exported by sea to other countries. Fishing harbour at Visakhapatnam Port Trust is one of the biggest in the coastal corridor of Andhra Pradesh, generating huge revenue. Industrial sector. There are many SEZs and industrial corridors such as VSEZ, APSIS, APIIC, Arganumpudia Industrial Park, Visakha Dairy, JNPC, Brandix Apparel City etc., are located in and around the city. APIIC is a special economic zone. It is occupied by industries such as WS Industries, Pokana Limited, Unia Parts, Confidence Petroleum, Southern Online Bio, Nagarjuna Agrichem, Anjani Alloys, Methnalloys and Abhijit Ferroalloys. Brandix Apparel City is a textile-based SEZ covering 1,000 acres. The aim of this project is to provide 60,000 local jobs. The SEZ has textile manufacturers namely Pioneer Elastic Fibre, Ocean India, Quantum Clothing, Fountain Set Group and Limited Brands. Pilkington, an automotive glass manufacturer also has its company. Drugs and pharmaceuticals. The dawn of Pharma City changed the face of Vizag's industrial development. Jawaharlal Nehru Pharma City is the only pharmaceutical SEZ in India, with 58 pharmaceutical companies including Pharmazel of Germany and Eisai Pharma of Japan. Heavy industries. The defence-controlled Hindustan shipyard built India's first ship Jala Usha. Ports and shipyard led to many private sectors to set up large-scale industries. Some of them include, Visakhapatnam Export, GAIL, HPCL, BHPV, Hindustan Zinc, Dredging Corporation of India, Coromandel Fertilizers, RINL and LG Polymers, Jindal Stainless Steels, Synergies Castings, Rain Calcining Limited, Reliance, Brandix, SR Pellet Plant, Andhra Limited etc. Steel Plant. Visakhapatnam has a steel plant, whose corporate entity RINL is the second largest state-run steel industry. The capacity of the plant is 6.3 MT, is planned to become a 20 MT plant in the future, the largest plant in a single location. The plant had revenues of €144,570 million for 2011 Euro 2012 and has about 17,800 employees. Software industry. Visakhapatnam is experiencing growth in the IT sector, contributing to the local economy. The government has established an IT Special Economic Zone and Incubation Center in the Rushikanda Hills. Its skilled workforce allowed the entry of many national and international IT and banking firms such as Tech Mahindra, Wipro, IBM Kenixa, Infotech, Concentrix, WNS, Sutherland, and HSBC. The city has 102 small and medium software companies as well as BPOs, of which about 10 began operations in the period from 2005 to 2007. Software exports from Visakhapatnam have increased by nearly 90% each year. The IT exports from the city for 2012 were Rs 1,200 crore and 16,000 people were employed. The IT industry registered an impressive growth in financial year 2012 Euro 13, according to data released by the State IT Department. Visakhapatnam ITES revenues rose 20% to Rs 1,445 crore in 2012 Euro 13 as against Rs 1,200 crore in 2011 Euro 12. The employment generated by the ITES industry of the city increased to 16,988 jobs from 16,000 in 2011, a Euro 12 period. Resources, minerals. The prevalence of ferroalloy plants is due to the availability of manganese ore near Visakhapatnam. Aluminium refineries such as Anrak Aluminium and Jindal Aluminium are developing because of the bauxite reserves around the city. India's first rare earths extraction plant at Uttarpuram is owned by Toyotsu Rare Earth India Limited. Petroleum, chemicals and petrochemicals. Visakhapatnam was one of 5 sites in the country selected to hold strategic crude oil reserves in case of a national emergency. IOC and BPCL have their bottling units in the city. Hindustan Petroleum expanded and the Visakhapatnam Export Processing Zone was established. Visakhapatnam is a part of the petroleum, chemical and petrochemical investment region, proposed between Visakhapatnam and Kakinada. The PCPIR is expected to generate 1.2 million jobs and a projected investment of a 30,000 a million. Power plants. Simhadri Super Thermal Power Plant of NTPC Limited is expanding from 1,000 to 2,000 MW at a cost of 50 billion. Hindujas has begun construction of a 1,070 MW thermal power plant in Visakhapatnam district at a cost of 70 billion. Cityscape. With the growing population, Visakhapatnam has turned from a fishing village into a commercial city with busy streets. Some of the busy areas of the city include Jagadamba Centre, Dwaraka Nagar, NAD 10 Road, Suryabar, Gopalapatnam, Darbar Gardens, Purna Market, Tamkotha Road, Akiapalam, Sithamadhara, Madilapalam, Garwakar, MVP Colony, Maharanipta Siripuram, Madhurawada, Esalmetta, Railway New Colony, Dondapathi, Maripalam. Some of the congestion has come down after the completion of 1.8 km long flyover road connecting RTC Complex and Waltair Station Approach Road. Landmarks. Visakhapatnam is one of the tourism destination in the state of Andhra Pradesh. The city is famous for beaches, caves and the Eastern Ghats as well as wildlife sanctuaries. The city is surrounded by 3 hills, Sri Venkateswara-Konda, Ross Hill and Aga-Konda. Each hill is home to a shrine, dedicated to 3 different religions. The landmarks of the city include Dolphin's Nose, rocky headland resembling Dolphin's Nose, Lighthouse, Kalasagiri, Beach Road, Vuda Park, Visakha Museum and Matsudazini. INS Kursara Submarine Museum, the only of its kind in India. Indira Gandhi Zoological Park in the city has variety of wildlife species. Beaches along coastline of Bay of Bengal includes Rushikonda Beach, K Beach. Other include Lawson's Bay, Yarada, Bhimilai, Taniti, Sagar Nagar and Gangavaram beaches. Araku Valley, 112 km from Visakhapatnam, is a hill station at an elevation of over 1,000 meters and known for its gardens, valleys, waterfalls and streams. Bora Caves are caves discovered by British geologist William King in 1807. Tidda, Camber Lake and a wildlife sanctuary under Andhra Pradesh Forest Department are wildlife conservation sites near the city. Some of the religious sites are also of great importance like Iskcon Temple. Simhachalam Temple of Lord Narasimha 16 km north of the city, Sri Kanaka Mahalakshmi Temple. Recent archaeological excavations of Buddhist shrines revealed Buddhist dominance in this area and these are recognized as heritage sites that include Taramam, Saligudam, Sankaram and Devipuram etc. Transportation, roadways. Visakhapatnam is one of the major cities on the east coast of India connected by NH5, a major highway and a part of the Golden Quadrilateral system of Indian highways connecting Chennai and Kolkata. The city has a broad network of roads. State-owned APSRTC runs buses to various places like Kakinada, Guntur, Rajahmundry, Vijayawada etc. Also, to distant places like Chennai, Bangalore, Kolkata, Cuttack etc. Residents of Visakhapatnam use city buses run by APSRTC, that runs buses along a number of routes across the city and its suburbs. The APSRTC complex at Asalametta is the hub for most of these buses. As of now, the city has two bus rapid transit system on Pendirty and Simhachalam corridors. Railways. The station is called Waltair Railway Station. Later, around 1987, Mr. D.V. Subbaray, the then mayor of Visakhapatnam, changed the name to Visakhapatnam. The Visakhapatnam railway station is administered by the East Coast Railway of Indian Railways and is the headquarters for the Waltair Railway Division. It is located on the Chennai Central Howrah station route, although the main line bypasses the central station. Vada Railway Station, a suburban station on the main line, is being developed into a satellite hub to improve train service into the city. There are direct rail links to many parts both in and outside the state to all major junctions. The KK line from Visakhapatnam to Kirandul via Araku is laid through Eastern Ghats. Up to Araku station it is having 84 bridges and 58 tunnels. Also, it passed through South India's highest elevation broad gauge station, Simulaguda, just before Bora Caves. Visakhapatnam also shelters the country's largest diesel loco shed with a capacity of 206. A metro rail project has also been planned by GVMC to arrest chaotic traffic condition on the streets. After the proposal was submitted by the GVMC in February 2014, the Urban Transport Department gave in principle approval for going ahead with feasibility studies and DPR. On June 25, Greater Visakhapatnam Municipal Corporation has called for global tenders for a detailed project report to be prepared for a 25-kilometre stretch based on traffic density. Airport. Visakhapatnam Airport is the busiest airport in Andhra Pradesh. It is connected by daily flights with Dubai, Chennai, Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Kochi, Bhubaneswar, Raipur and to Singapore. Visakhapatnam Airport recently received permission to operate night flights, and the airport is open until 2355. A new 10,000-foot runway is operational to accommodate international flights and larger aircraft. The airport was recently modernized, and the new terminal was opened on March 21, 2009. Visakhapatnam became an international airport when Air India began flights to Dubai on March 25, 2012. Singapore Airlines, Malaysia Airlines, Air Arabia, Thai Smile Airways and Sri Lankan Airlines have agreed to begin international flights from Visakhapatnam. Vizag Airport became operational round-the-clock from March 1, 2013. Seaports. On the east coast of India, Visakhapatnam serves as the gateway waterway for Andhra Pradesh. It has one of the country's largest ports, and the oldest shipyard on the east coast. It is a landlocked harbour, as connected to the sea by a channel cut through rock and sand. Visakhapatnam is one of the busiest ports in India. Vizag Seaport owns two berths in the inner harbour. Berth EQ8 is fully mechanised and berth EQ9 berth is not. Both berths are capable of handling Panamax vessels. The shipyard at Visakhapatnam is the largest in India. On the Chennai-Kolkata corridor, the city is also a hub for ground traffic. The Gangavaram port is India's deepest seaport. In December 2010, Coal India agreed to enable an additional berth to be built at the port. Education. Visakhapatnam is considered as a centre for education in Andhra Pradesh and there are a number of primary, high schools and colleges in the city. In addition to state-run schools there are private institutions, missionary schools and colleges. The India Maritime University was established as a central university by the Government of India by an Act of Parliament. IMU is poised to play a role in the development of human resources for the maritime sector. Visakhapatnam also has the National Institute of Oceanography. Established in 1878, AVN College is one of the city's oldest educational institutions. Visakhapatnam is also home to Andhra University, established in 1926. President of India, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was Vice-Chancellor of the university between 1931 and 1936. AU and its affiliated colleges provide education to thousands of students up to post-graduation in many fields. The AU College of Pharmacy is the second oldest pharmacy college in India. The university is in the process of obtaining IIEST status. Andhra Medical College, established in 1902, is the home of several teaching hospitals. The GITAM University and the Gayatri Vidya Parasad College of Engineering are other technical education institutions in the city. The Indian Science Congress was hosted by Andhra University in 1976 and 2008. It is the largest congregation of scientists from different disciplines in the world. Over 8,000 people participated in the ISC. In 2008, including Nobel Prize winners from around the world. Famous universities include, Andhra University, Integral Institute of Advanced Management, Indian Maritime University, National Institute of Oceanography, Damodaram Sanjeevaya National Law University, GITAM University. There are more than 50 engineering colleges in Visakhapatnam. Damodaram Sanjeevaya National Law University gained National Law University status in 2008. St. Aloysius Anglo-Indian High School is the oldest high school in the district and one of the oldest schools in the country. It was established in 1847, and is in the Old Town. St. Joseph's Girls' High School was established in 1893 in Malta and is an ICSE school. The city has about 10 Kendriya Vidyalayas. Other notable schools are Visvodaya High School, Naval Children's School, Kotak Salesian School, DAV Centenary Public School, Delhi Public School, SFS School, St. Anthony's High School, Bethany School, Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vihar, Visakha Valley School and Timpani School. Apart from these there are many other schools. Defence and Research Organisations, Indian Naval Base. Visakhapatnam is the headquarters of the Eastern Naval Command, the Naval Science and Technological Laboratory, a Chief Quality Assurance Establishment, an EFS office, a naval dockyard and naval bases including INS Virbahu, INS Kalinga, INS Samudrika, INS Satyavahana, and INS Dega. A new base at INS Rangbili is being built on 5,000 acres with an investment of 15 billion, as the first dedicated submarine base in India. India's first nuclear submarine INS Orion was launched in the naval dockyard, and Bharat Dynamics has begun manufacturing torpedoes. Visakhapatnam also has presence of the Indian Coast Guard including ships and offices. Research organizations. The Babhal Atomic Research Centre plans its second research facility in the country in the area. A permanent facility, which will include a school dedicated to nuclear power technology. There are also offices of the National Institute of Oceanography and the India Meteorological Department. Sports. Cricket is the most popular sport, followed by tennis and football. Visakhapatnam is home to a number of local cricket teams participating in district and zone matches. Gully cricket is a popular pastime for local youth. Visakhapatnam co-hosted the 32nd National Games with the state capital, Hyderabad. The city has 7 cricket stadiums, which are used for Ranji Trophy matches. 2 of these stadiums have been used for one-day international matches. Some of these stadiums are, Indira Priyadarshini Stadium, also known as the Municipal Corporation Stadium, hosted the first ODI match on December 9, 1988 and the last of the 5 on April 3, 2001. The stadium has discontinued in favour of the new ACAVDCA Stadium in Madhurawada. ACAVDCA Stadium is the home of Andhra Cricket Association as well as to Visakhapatnam district. The stadium is surrounded by the scenic hills. It hosts both Ranji Trophy and one-day internationals. The stadium is the home ground of Andhra Pradesh cricket team. Sometimes, it also hosts IPL matches as a neutral venue. The stadium has been upgraded for night matches as well. It has the most advanced floodlights in India, after Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Kochi. The stadium is named after the former Chief Minister, late Y.S. Rajasekhara Reddy. This stadium is yet to host an international test match. However, the ACAVDCA Stadium was recently awarded test status, making it the 9th venue in the country with test status. Port Trust Golden Jubilee Stadium, second largest stadium in Visakhapatnam, which has hosted under 19 youth internationals, media, Telugu newspapers, Ainad, Andhra Javi, Sakshi, Andhra Bhumi, Andhra Prabha, Vartha, Zarayur, Prajasakti, Vijna Benu, Leader, Publique, English newspapers, The Hindu, The Times of India, Deccan Chronicle, The Hindu Business Line, The New Indian Express, The Hans India, Hindi, Vartha, references. External links, Visakhapatnam at DMOZ, Visakhapatnam Travel Guide from Wiki Voyage, Chisholm, Hugh, ed. Visakhapatnam. Encyclopædia Britannica. Cambridge University Press A.